Good Friday afternoon, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majestic back with you here in the North Georgia Majestic West Studios with your Talking Live weekend forecast update here on your June the 26th, 2026. Well, shaping up for a great end to our work week, but boy, things are really going to be heating up as we go into next week. We're going to have to track some weekend thunderstorms as a possibility there, but again, just get ready for the heat wave, folks. It's going to be settling in big time as we roll into next week. Now, before we get into this full report, if you're new here to the Talking Live Broadcast Channel's Facebook page, please give us a follow. And if you happen to be watching over on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. But very importantly, make sure you hit that notification bell so you're alerted on all future weather updates, just like this one. All right, let's get you ready for the weekend, shall we? As we're looking at a pretty nice day as we're wrapping up your Friday with some sunshine, some clouds out there. Definitely feeling that humidity starting to come back up. The dew points definitely are on the rise as those overnight low temperatures that have been running a lot in the 60s are definitely climbing into the 70s. Seeing a pretty decent day there across Helen for the afternoon hours as well, with some sunshine, some clouds. And radar, not looking bad. A couple of spotty showers up here across portions of Tennessee, but it's relatively dry, and rain chances pretty low for today. But they are going to come up a little bit more going for your Saturday before really tapering off next week as that big high-pressure dome, that heat dome, kind of sets up across the area. So today's temperatures are warming up into the 80s, and we'll have a few 90s here and there, especially across western Georgia. But otherwise, looking pretty decent, fairly seasonable as we wrap up the work week for today. That will not be the same for next week, folks, as temperatures are going to be going above normal for a little while. Regionally looking like this, a little wet down toward the Gulf Coast, seeing some scattered showers and thunderstorms down there across the Florida Panhandle, South Alabama, seeing some scattered showers there across Georgia. You're seeing some activity up here. What we're going to be noticing here is we're going to be seeing these kind of parade of some showers and storms that are going to kind of be linking down this way and kind of giving us a kind of a glancing blow across East Tennessee and parts of North Georgia going into your Saturday before they kind of taper off going into the new work week. So looking at the satellite picture again, kind of seeing a mix of sun and clouds across North Georgia and eastern Tennessee. Not looking too bad, seeing some of these decaying systems up here toward the north. But again, we're going to remain a little unsettled. We'll just call it a little bit for tomorrow, but nothing overly bad. As you can see, we got a general thunderstorm threat here over a lot of East Tennessee and North Georgia for today as we wrap up your Friday. But again, it's going to be fairly isolated. And then you notice that marginal risk up here toward the north, up near the Nashville area. Look what happens as we go into your Saturday. We do have that marginal risk that's going to be kind of coming down from Nashville into parts of North Georgia and the Carolinas as we watch these kind of showers and thunderstorms kind of work their way down. The biggest concern is going to be the winds, so we could see some gusty winds and very localized areas, mind you, with some gusty winds up near 60 miles per hour. So that's what we'll be watching for your Saturday. Now, the excessive rain threat also going into your Saturday. You kind of see that up across areas of Tennessee. Predominantly, they're showing that 15% risk for some isolated flooding, but even getting down into parts of extreme North Georgia and most of East Tennessee there. It should clear on out here, though, as we go into Sunday. Sunday will be looking a lot better. So just tomorrow, and then that heat dome and the dry weather, that's definitely going to be setting up shop for a little while. So let's look at the latest high-resolution model here. We're looking at the 12Z run here going on through. You get the gist of what we're talking about here as these little impulses of rain just kind of coming down here. So coming through East Tennessee, glancing blow for North Georgia. Again, with the heat and humidity out there, obviously the summertime heat, you can pulse up an isolated severe shower or thunderstorm. So we'll keep the highest rain chance for Saturday, make it a little more isolated on Sunday, and then we really got it very hot and dry going into next week. So as we take a look at the weather maps here, again, you're seeing the main frontal systems trying to work their way down into East Tennessee. That's what's kind of providing a little bit of the trigger mechanism for some of the showers and thunderstorms in that area as we go into your Saturday. And again, this will be washing out because, folks, like I said, we're going to be seeing a pretty big high-pressure dome in the upper levels that are going to set up right over there and going to keep things pretty hot and dry as we get that sinking air kind of capping any potential thunderstorms, despite the fact the temperatures are going to be getting quite warm going into next week. So let's go ahead and take a look at your forecast there. Chattanooga, you're looking at 90 and 74, scattered thunderstorms, predominantly coming from the northwest, moving southeastward there with some scattered showers and storms there. You see the morning lows very muggy as you see the return of the 70s for most areas here for your Saturday morning. And let's take a look at the afternoon highs here as we go into the afternoon. Again, we're seeing temperatures getting up pretty warm there. You see 91 there, like in Dalton, 89 in Chattanooga, 90 over in Cleveland, 85 in LJ. So fairly seasonable, not bad for this time of year for sure. And then as we go into the next morning, we'll see temperatures once again staying very muggy. They're once again very much in the 70s here as we start your day on Sunday. So looking at regionally, your temperatures here for your afternoon on your Saturday, again, seeing a lot of 80s and some 90s. And like we've been telling you guys for days on end, we're going to see a lot of these 90s really expand and go up all across the Southeast as we go into next week as that heat dome starts to take shape. So here's the next 7 days, kind of showing the big warm-up. So there's a scattered rain threat for Saturday and Sunday. We're going into the mid-90s by Tuesday. We're going into the upper 90s as we go into Thursday and Friday. Maybe a return chance of an isolated chance of a shower thunderstorm on Thursday and Friday, but brutal hot. Those feel-like temperatures will be in the triple digits, probably in the 100 to 105 range. So take the weekend to make sure that your air conditioning systems are good to go. Now, with the threat of thunderstorms coming in tomorrow and for Sunday with some spotty summer thunderstorms, make sure you download our free weather app. For you Apple users, that's the QR code on top. For you Android users, that's the one on the bottom. And you can download that great app. It'll alert you when there's rain approaching your area, lightning nearby, severe weather alerts, hour-by-hour forecast, and a great futurecast, which kind of shows you where the current picture is on the radar and where it's expected to go. One of the best weather apps in the business, brought to you by our friends at Roof It Forward in Woodstock, Georgia. They do great quality work as far as giving you the best roofs you can possibly get, and they give a portion of each job back to local children's charities, and we appreciate them being our weather app sponsor. So again, get ready for a weekend that's not overly bad. It's going to be typical summertime weather, some spotty storms in the forecast, but again, just get ready for the heat wave, folks, for next week. I'm not anticipating it to stick around too long. I think beyond the 7-day or after the 4th of July weekend, we'll see things kind of taper back into more traditional summertime weather pattern. But for right now, next week is going to get very hot, and it's going to be very steamy going into the 4th of July weekend. All right, again, appreciate you guys checking us out here on the Talking Live broadcast channel. Please give us a follow there on Facebook and over on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that notification bell to be alerted on all future weather updates. Okay, that'll do it for today. Y'all be good, stay safe, and we'll see you on Monday. You guys enjoy your weekend. Bye-bye.